All right, guys, Connor Ferguson here for Always Race Day with Bobby Pierce. Bobby, I haven't had 15 beers in me, so I can't really root for you yet tonight, but you roll off, what is it, 8th?
Yeah.
Tonight to start this one. You're the defending champion of the Lucas Late Model Nationals here. It's been kind of a struggle for you this week. What have you taken away, and what do you see out of your car tonight?
Yeah, well, the first night was obviously hammer down from the rain and just overly wetting the track earlier in the day, I guess. So it was use all the tear-offs you got. You know, we swapped helmets, and I still ran out of tear-offs.
You still ran off, right?
Yeah, and we only ran 19 laps. We didn't even get the whole 25 laps. So that day was kind of a wash, literally. You know, we had lots of tore-up stuff. Luckily, we didn't tear anything up. Flash forward to then yesterday. Qualified really good, qualified 4th and was a 10th off quick time overall, so we were right there. And then luckily we got awarded the pole with all the invert stuff going on. Unfortunately, we started pole, but we dropped back to 4th, and I don't like falling back after I start first, so that was kind of a little frustrating. But I mean, we were right there at the end. You know, we were Devin won, and he was right in front of me with Overton, JD, and me, so we were there at the end. I think we got something to work with tonight.
Coming down the, or I guess kind of watching from this side of the racetrack, this event, I love late models. I don't care if it's at a sprint car track or not, but coming off at 2 and the runs guys were getting down the backstretch, it looked and raced like the sprint cars do here. You weren't getting great runs off at 2. How do you fix that going into tonight, and how challenging of that is the setup and getting it dialed in?
Probably my line more than anything. Like, you know, by the time I fell back to 4th, the top 3 cars were all just running the top, if not kind of doing a slider line. So the air is so huge, and you can't really follow somebody. You know, if they're running the top, you kind of got to choose a different line. So JD was kind of running the top, so I was kind of doing more of a middle line, so I was catching him on entrance, but then he'd pull me on exit because I didn't have that momentum from the cushion. So really track position's a big thing, you know, and that allows you to do different stuff out there. Like, you know, starting 8th, that's up in the front, but really it's going to be tough because, you know, every car that you have to pass is a challenge. You know, when you have this dirty air going on, once the track gets where it's got a couple lanes to race on, that's when it's time to really go. Because you know, once we'll probably be single file in the beginning, I'm assuming, and then once the track widens out, that's when I really got to make my moves and get to the lead, because you don't want to burn your tires off racing somebody for 20 laps. So you want to pass them as soon as you can pass them. And yeah, I think we got the car a little better tonight. We kind of did some stuff that, you know, more of what I did last year, so I think it'll be better.
Well, and I think everyone that watches you knows that if Bobby Pierce is on the bottom, like, something's screwed up, something's different. And at the same time, just with this race and the air like that, you're famous for saving your stuff until you really got to use it at the end. Is that something you're going to go for tonight?
Yeah, and a lot of people think the opposite sometimes. You know, they think, oh, I might burn the tires up quicker running the top and stuff like that, but a lot of times I feel like running the top, you can kind of be easy on your stuff because you're more rolling through the corner than you are sliding like around the bottom. But yeah, starting 8th, like I said, it's up in the front, but I wanted to start front 2 rows. You know, it makes things a lot easier. Like last year I started pole, and I only got passed for a little bit of a portion of the race there. I fell back to 2nd when Hudson passed me, and I got back by him like 10 laps later. So I led almost the whole race, and just having that clean air is so important. So I'm gonna try to go hard from the beginning, as long as the track allows it. You know, like I said, in the beginning, if it's single file, if it might be hammered down, I'm not really sure what they'll do, but you kind of got to give and take what the track gives you. But I'm gonna be on the gas trying to get those positions to just get out front if I can. But it's gonna be tough. There's a lot of good cars, and a lot of good cars starting up front. So
I'm excited to see it. Last night of the year here at Knoxville. Catch it all live on Flow Racing.